Guys, I just want to do an update here at the end of the week. I'll cover bonds mostly in this video, then I'll do another video equities, we'll do another video on Forex. So obviously Bank of Japan disappointed the market last night. GDP print was horrible, so dollar down, bonds up, gold up. Pretty good trade for us. Ultras, I just took a piece off. We bought the lows last week, and ultra bond futures, and I just punched out everything I bought down here, and I'm along one more lot. I guess that was 2 weeks ago. So I think you're going to get a move back up in here to 93, back into these highs from earlier in the month. So bonds are great. You could see here this intermediate term pullback that I said you got to be patient on. Made a lower high, made a lower high, made a lower high. Started to move sideways, making equidistant higher highs here. Tried to break out above 187.5. Back, fell back into the range, and then we made higher highs yesterday. Had a nice pullback here back towards the 200 on the hourly, and then now we're making new highs. So this is a nice new uptrend for bonds, and I don't see any reason why we can't get back to at least the highs from earlier in the month. Maybe rates will make new lows. So this is really out the curve. If you want to look at long bonds, it's the same thing. We were patiently buying here, trading it around, and then now we're making new highs. I'm still long quite a few contracts here in 30s. So same thing. I think it's going to go higher. We can buy the next dip. Going into the next week, any pullbacks back here towards the 30-hour are buyable, or back here towards the lower bands. That's pretty easy trade. If you want to go to the higher time frame, look at the daily. Again, I don't see why we can't test 177. Still in a strong bullish uptrend all year. And then in fives, if we do get fives, or we get treasuries back to the highs from earlier in the month, I'll sell some fives against my long. That would put me in a flattener. That would be a bull flattener, so I'm okay with that. And then I'll just try to get those back. If we sell fives up here, I'll try to get 6 to 10 ticks out of that. Just another way to kind of play the spread between the two and trade around your core position. You could even do the same thing in twos, obviously. This is 2-year futures. So you can see twos have a little bit further to run relative to fives. But that would be a good sale up there. Anytime 2-year futures get back here towards 109, 20, 25, you're supposed to be a seller. The market has a hard time getting above there. So that's treasuries. High yield, I did not add to my short position in junk bonds or high yield, but I sold them pretty well last week or 2 weeks ago. So actually I did take some options off. Yeah. So if you get high yield back here towards 85.5, I'll buy some more puts. But the big picture for high yield, the more that oil rolls over, the tougher it is for high yield bonds to go higher. And then obviously you would really want to see S&Ps crack to put even more pressure on the high yield market, and that obviously hasn't happened. It should be the same looking chart, J and K, and it is. You can see we're back here at pi, so this is a great long-term place to be short. You can see here the band started to roll over, and now you have this nice wave structure down. This is a good place to be short from, the upper bands, and see if we can get a move back in here towards the 30-week moving average. That would also split this move about halfway. So I think that's where high yield wants to trade. I guess MUB or Munis is the best looking. It's the only ETF to really look at the Muni market. So you could still, Munis has been just solid for the last several years. It's just been in a nice uptrend, especially this year. So I'm not sure if that's a real print, but it's the same thing. I think Munis will probably move back into the highs from earlier this year. Every dip, if you bought every dip on the daily chart, you were rewarded. So Munis still look fine. I think that pretty much covers everything I would want to go over in bonds. I can't think of the corporate bond ETF right now. Anyhow, I think you get the point. I'm still bullish bonds, still long treasuries, still long the long end. Made some good money this week. I think it's going to go higher into next week. So we'll pick it up on Sunday as far as treasuries. Guys, have a great weekend.